Good morning, guys. I'm out on my walk, and as promised, I don't know, I said I was gonna come and do a video to give you guys a little background about me. So, beautifully healed. Let's start with that, because I have a lot of people who come on my YouTube page coming for me like, beautiful where? First of all, naturally beautiful, honey. I don't have on any makeup at all because I don't wear makeup that much. But if I put some on, baby, it gets ridiculous. But anyway, that name came from a healing phase that I had to go through. So I remember my Instagram page. I remember going through something, and I had changed my name from Beautiful Memories. That used to be my Facebook name. I changed it from Beautiful Memories to Beautifully Broken. And so a friend of mine, she went to my page and she said, "Are you gonna claim that?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Are you really going to claim the broken?" So I said, "You know what? You are absolutely right. No, I'm not." So from that moment, and this had to be around 2015, from that moment, I decided that I will heal, and that everything that was meant to break me, destroy me, that I will heal from. So that's why I changed my name to Beautifully Healed, because I wanted to be healed. And I wanted to be able to go through life and know that though you go through things, you can still overcome them. So I'm gonna start way back, but I'm not gonna go up until today. But I'm gonna start. I, as a child, have just, been through so many things. Have been through being rejected by my mother. I have no clue on earth who my father is, and I'm okay with that. The person that my mother told me my father was, he turned out, we did a DNA test. Actually, that same year, 2015, we did a DNA test. That's the year that I graduated from college. We did a DNA test. And turns out he wasn't the father. He wasn't in my life anyway, guys, so that didn't really matter. But I remember always going to the doctor, and my doctor used to be like, you know how they ask you those health questions about your family history. So my doctor always used to be like, "So what about your father's side?" I'm like, "Dr. Boaz, didn't I tell you to quit asking me about that man? I don't know nothing about that man. I don't know what kind of sickness they got. I don't know. Quit asking me." So he laughed at me, of course, and then I was like, you know what? So that there prompted me to want to know, about my health system. My mother's side of the family, they're fairly healthy, very, very healthy. My great-great-grandmother, lived until she was 94. She died when I was 10 years old. And then my great-grandmother and all of her siblings lived until, my great-grandmother lived till she was 99. And all of her siblings, the one that died the youngest, she was 84. So I knew we had longevity in our family. And I was like, okay, so I got longevity, I'm gonna live. I don't have no health issues, but I still didn't know about my dad's side of the family. So I reached out to this man on Facebook, and I asked him, would he do a DNA test? And he said to me he would. And I had to send him a message, y'all, and say, "Listen, I'm very well established. I don't need anything from you. So please don't think I'm coming to you for money." And he was like, "No." He was like, "I just always felt so." Oh, a little back about that. The reason I had to say this to him is because when I was 10, my mom moved us, me and my sister, to California to live with this man from the age of 10 to 13 thinking he was my dad. So him and my mom broke up when I was about 12 and probably 11 and a half, something like that. And they went their separate ways. And I remember one weekend my mom made me go over there. So when I went over there, this grown adult man told this 11, 12-year-old child, myself, he said, "I'm not your daddy." I said, "Okay. I didn't meet you till I was 10 anyway, so I really don't care." So I was a very rebellious child, y'all, and really because of my trauma. But I said, "Okay." So he was like, "Well, my mama told me I can't have girls." He do have all boys. And then, of course, in 2015, we found out he is not my father. But I will give him this credit. He still reaches out to me. He still try to have a relationship with me, even though he didn't through any of my childhood. But he still try to, talk to me. And I'm a forgiving person, so I forgive you. So that's that with the dad. And then with my mom, it's just me and my sister. I have one sister, and she just, for whatever reason, my mom didn't care for me. She just did. And I really don't know if it was because she doesn't know who my dad is. I really think that's really a big part of it, because my sister does know who her dad is. Her dad has been in her life since she's been born. So I don't know if that's part of it, but she didn't care for me, and we was at odds pretty much all my life. We're just now starting to have a little bit of a relationship, probably within the last 5 or 6 years. But what I had to understand about that is, just like her, I too fall short of the glory of God. So I can't expect her to be perfect. I don't agree with how she's treated me, and truly how she still continues to treat me, because she still shows favoritism to my sister and my sister's children. But I'm okay with that. I'm an adult now. I'm 48 years old, and it doesn't bother me anymore. So I've healed from it, and I needed to heal from it, because I will always go back to why, you know what I'm saying? And I was always angry. I used to be like extremely angry all the time, wondering why me, But good morning. I had to get through that. I had to understand that that's her battle. It's not my battle. So that's something she has to deal with. So what it did for me, though, in my children's life, and I need my children to understand that I'm not perfect as well, but it just made me be more involved in my children's life. It made me cater to them too much, almost handicap them, if you will, by always being there for them. And they're all adults now. And although they're all very independent children, they sometimes have me to do stuff that I'll be like, "Listen, you grown, you can do this yourself." Because they claim they want to be independent, but they always like, "Ma, this, ma, that." So it has gotten me to a point where me and my children were like at odds for a minute, until I decided, listen, we are not going to be anything like how my parent, the one thing I am proud of, I know I got a little bit off subject, but the one thing that I am proud of is that my children are very, very close. And that's the one thing that I wanted, because my sister and I, we are not close at all. I probably talk to my sister twice a year, her birthday, my birthday. And that's really me telling her happy birthday, her telling me happy birthday. It is what it is. That's the way our mom raised us, and it is what it is. But I never wanted that for my children. I have 4 children, and they're all very close. They will kill for each other. They will. So I'm proud in that aspect that I was able to do that for my children. But it was getting to the point where I get frustrated because I had to raise all those children by myself. My 3 oldest children have the same father, and my youngest son has a different father. But my 3 oldest children's father, he was in prison, so I raised them by themselves, by myself, and it's, it's hard. It got to the point that when my youngest son, what time is it? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing this thing with Apple because my watch. So 8:26, 44 seconds. Okay. So it got to the point where when my youngest son, who's 23 now, is doing very well. He's a truck driver. And I don't know if this is what pushed him to the point that he I just want to be independent. I want my own everything. I told y'all in the last video, they all wanted to get out of my house because they want to be independent. But literally, I had my oldest son when I was 15 years old. I had a child that passed away. I had him when I was 16 years old. And then I had my daughter when I was 17 years old. So yes, I was hot in the tail. And I seen this meme on Facebook. It said, what would you tell yourself on a Friday night in 1997? I said I would tell myself to sit my little fast hot tail down, butt down somewhere. So, so yeah, I know that there has been nothing but the grace of God who has covered me, because I am doing very well for myself. And it's really because I had no choice. I had nobody. I didn't have a support system. I didn't have my mother. My mother actually was on drugs when we was growing up. She was a functional addict, I will say that. Me and my sister, she did make sure we had a roof over our head. We had clothes and food to eat. But my sister, she had a scapegoat. She used to be able to go to her dad's house. I didn't have that option. So, she is free from drugs. She's been free since my son was a baby. He's 23 now. So, and she is doing better. And people ask, do I think it was the drugs that made her do the things she do to me? And no, because she didn't do them to my sister. So, that's that. But in any instance, I'm glad that I was able to bring my children to a different place. But, that's what I was saying. My son, when he was about 15, almost 16 years old, I literally checked out of parenthood. I was tired. I had been raising children, again, since I was 15 years old. So I literally checked out of parenthood. I'm over it. I mean, he still lives with me, but me going to school stuff, wanting to participate in his life, I did not want to do it. And I don't know if that's why he so independent, but he is. And, he and I have had that talk, because I was like, I could have done better. Although he was 16, he still was a child. And I still should have guided him a little better. But I just literally didn't care. I didn't. But I'm glad that he's forgiven me, and that we are able to have conversations about life, if you will. Also, another thing I have done is put my children in myself and my children, we're doing family counseling because I just feel that it's just important. Mental health is so important. And although I will never hurt or harm myself because I'm such a strong-minded person, so although I will never hurt or harm myself, you just never know what children will do. My daughter, she just had a baby, and her son is 6 months old, and he she's going through postpartum depression, and I don't know what that's like. I can tell anybody, I've been sad before, but I've never been depressed, so I don't know what depression looks like. I can't spot depression. Yes, I've been sad before, but I've never been depressed. Never in life have I been depressed, because I've always been the person to be like, make it happen. That I had no choice but to make things happen. So I appreciate those things though, because it did make me into the person that I am. It motivated me to go hard for me and my children. And I just definitely would have no other way, to be honest. Outside of me being a hot little fast little girl, I definitely, if I had to live my life all over again, I would probably do it the same way. Just excluding me being a hot little fast girl. I'm on 2 phones, y'all. I got this one around my neck because I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Facebook Live, and I'm recording this video. I didn't do it live on YouTube. I couldn't think. But yeah, so it's a struggle out here for everybody. I thank God that, I have not just the financial part of it, but I have my children who love me. Outside of that, I don't know if I have anyone else who genuinely loves me. I know that my children do. But I'm appreciative for that, because God knew that I needed them. You know what I'm saying? He knew that without them, things would probably be a lot worse off for me. So I'm glad that he afforded me the opportunity to raise my children and to be the mother that I can be for them. Was it easy? Was it great? No, it was hard work. I don't know how I had 4 kids, y'all. Really 5, because I did have a son who passed away when he was 9 months old. But I don't know how I did that. But I guess because I did have their dad, who supported us. I did have him up until he went to jail. But yeah, man, that was so hard, guys. That was like extremely hard. And I tell anybody today, kids, whew, my son, he has 3 daughters, and I had custody of one of them for 3 years. I sent her back with her mama, because I'm like, Lord, I've raised my children, and I can't raise no one else's kids. She'll be 14. My oldest son, he's 30. He'll be 33 in March. But he has a daughter his oldest daughter will be 14, actually next week. But yeah, I had to send her back with her mom. I had her from the age of 7 to 10, and I sent her back with her mom because Lord knows I couldn't do it. I was like, Jesus, I prayed over her and was like, I wish her the best, and she just got to go back with her mom, because I've been raising children since I was 15 years old, and I'm tired, y'all. It's just time for me. It's just time for me. So I can get them every so often and keep them every now and then, but being able to have them live in my home every day, I can't do that. I don't know if y'all can see this trail back here, but I'm walking, and there's people. I was scared at first because it was so foggy. I was like, oh Lord. But I just pray before I do things. So, but yeah, that's just a little bit about me. And you know, the trials and tribulations that I've been through, there's way more than that. Like, I mean, I literally used to say, why do my mama hate me so much? Like, why do this lady hate me? I used to literally feel like this lady hate me until I started healing. I do want to thank, I don't know if you guys saw last night, but the Baxters, her and her oldest daughter, like, even when I first started seeing her communicate with her oldest daughter, that melted my heart because, you know, I know what they've been through. I don't know what they've been through, but what they've showed the world that they've been through, that I am so happy that God saw fit for them to mend that relationship. And, you know, I hope it goes well for them. Like the daughter say, forget their past, look to the future. And that's how I had to get with my mom. I have to remember, even till today, because she still shows favoritism. She still will do anything for my sister and her children. But my children or me, it's a no-go. I won't say that about my son, because my son was her first grandson. And he's the only, well, besides my youngest son, but her and my youngest son don't get along at all. But he's really the only grandson she has. So I think that's why she kind of caters to my older son. She will do things for him. My oldest son, he is in prison. But my mom, you know, she always sending him stuff and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's too much. But she's still kind of the same. But the thing that I had to tell myself is none of us is perfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. And all we can do each day is ask for new mercies and move towards being better. Every day I wake up and I pray and I say, Lord, I just want to be a better person. And that's all I want. I want to be a better person. I want to treat people right. That's why I don't like to get on this platform and literally just dog people out. I do have to come to defenses sometimes, because sometimes I feel like people do too much. Y'all know who I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna get in that. This video is about me. But yeah, people, they do too much. But this video is really about me trying to get on my road. Well, I've been on my road to recovery, but you can still be better every day. Anybody who think that you can't be better than you was yesterday, you're stuck. We all can improve. We all can get better. And that's really what it's all about for me. I just want to be a better person. I want to be a better human. Although I'm human, I am going to fall short. I still want to strive to be better every single day. And that's really the goal. That's what I want to do. I just want to be a better woman, a better mother, a better friend, all of that. So I thank y'all. I'm about 24 minutes into my walk. I thank y'all for taking time to watch my video. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I am going to work towards doing more. I am going to work towards doing more. What do you call that? Work towards doing more skits, though. That's what I'm going to work towards. Guys, don't forget about my giveaway that I will be having on next Friday. All you have to do is be following both my Facebook and my YouTube channel to be included in the giveaway. It is $100. I will be doing that drawing live on Facebook. Well, I could go live on YouTube now too, so I can do it on YouTube as well. So we'll be going live on both. And I see some people with over to like my Facebook page. But I'm asking that you follow it too. In order to follow the page, you do have to hit the three dots and choose to follow it, because liking it is not the same. So if you guys want to share this video or any of my other videos, I truly appreciate it. And I look forward to laughing with y'all, because I'm a clown sometimes. I'm a whole clown sometimes. But yeah, thank y'all for taking the time out to watch. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.